Okay, in this session, we'll see how to use any and all. Again, these are very important conditionals that we use from NumPy arrays. Any and all will help us to see if there are any values that are not according to a particular anticipated value. Say in this case, we are creating an array with Boolean values, true, false, true, true, and false. Now, if any of these array values are true, in such case, it will give true. So when you use array booleans, one-dimensional array, and apply any condition on it, then if any of these values are true, yes, there are three values to be true. So it gives true, right? It gives true here. Now, in some cases, you may want all the values according to a particular given value, right? In case if you want all to be true, you doesn't want any of the values to be false. In such cases, say under a column, if you want all the values to be true, you doesn't want any of the values to be false. In such cases, instead of any, you can use all. Only if all the values in this one-dimensional array are true, then it gives true. If any one of the values are false, then it gives false. So when you execute this, you can see that it is given as false. Now, I can make this as true and even this as true. Now, if all the values of this array are true, then when you execute this, just execute this one because you have made the changes. Now, when you execute this, you can see that all the values are given as true. Now, how does this change? Any wants to find out if you have a negative value, if you have a false value in this array. So when you give any, it will check for if any of the values existing are false. When you execute this, if any of the existing values are false, no, all of the values are true. Did you understand? These two are all the values are true, it gives true. If any of the values are true, yes, it gives true. Now, let me change this to all false so that you'll understand better. Here we are changing all the values to false. Now, we are asking if any of the values are true. Are any of these values true? No, not even one value is true. So when you execute this any, it gives false. Now you can see here the change again. If all of the values are true, it gives true. But most of all the values are false. So it gives false. Right? You can just execute this by changing the values in the array repeatedly until you get a grip on this usage of any and all. This is very important because when you apply some filter with this any and all, it will give Boolean values for us like this. Now in that case, if you wanted to find out, say ratings given to a movie are all below 5 and greater than 1, if all the values are valid values or not, if the ratings given are valid values within a given scale or not. In such cases, you can use this any and all. Right? Now, this is a separate section for random number generation. Say there is another method under random method of NumPy arrays, that is normal. If you want to generate numbers, random numbers according to a normal distribution, you can use either randn or you can use normal. Now you can see that it generates random numbers with the given distribution according to normal distribution. Means they will be according to a bell curve. Now, if you want to display random integers by giving the range, you want a random integer to be generated with within the range 2 and 50, and how many such numbers you want? Again, you can see different set of random integers are being generated each time. Now, if you want to return a new ordering of the elements in Z, then you can use this permutation method. Now you have the elements in some order, and if you want to rearrange them in a different order, you can use this permutation method. When you execute this, you will get a different permutation, right? You will get a different ordering of the same numbers. Now, if you want to generate uniform distribution rather than normal distribution, if you want the numbers to be generated in uniform distribution with size 4, you can do that by using the uniform method. And if you want it in a normal distribution, you can get it by using normal. You can notice the difference between uniform distribution and normal distribution. Now, if you want to merge two data sets, sometimes you have the primary key same in dataset 1 and dataset 2. Say all the student numbers and their admission details, and all the student numbers and their marks details. Now you wanted to send the marks to the student address. Then they are available in two different datasets, right? But you have to combine them together so that you will get for each student his marks as well as his address. If you want to combine in such a way, then you can merge those two data sets. Right? For that, let us see a simple example. And when we are working with data sets, we'll see how to do it at a larger scale. Now here we are creating two random integer matrices, 1843, 411. Integers within the range 2 and 50. Now, if you want to make them as a single matrix, you can do two types of operations. You can merge them in two ways. VStack, which helps us to stack across the columns vertically. VStack stands for vertical stacking. HStack stands for horizontal stacking. Now, when we stack them vertically, you can see that they are arranged across the columns 18, 4, 13, 29, right? That is taken as one column. They are vertically stacked, one column under the other column. Then 43, 11 and 36, 5. Now, if you want to horizontally stack them, means row beside the row. In that case, you can use HStack. Horizontal stacking means you get the rows as 1843 and 1336. You notice 1843, 13 and 36. Again 4, 11 and 29, 5. This is how you perform horizontal stacking. Or you have alternative commands for this. If you want to merge two data sets, you can either use VStack or HStack. Which two matrices you are concatenating? K and M, and you wanted to concatenate them across the columns, then you give axis 0. Across the rows, then you give axis 1. Now you can see here, across the columns if you want to concatenate them. This is same as HStack operation. Operation, and if you want to concatenate them across the rows, then you have to first get the transpose, get them into a compatible format, and then stack them, because you can't stack two data sets of different dimensions, right? So you have to first get the transpose of the second matrix and stack them across the rows. You're performing head stack, horizontal stack here. When you execute this, you can see the two matrices are combined according to, by getting concatenated across the rows. Okay, these are various operations you can perform with NumPy libraries. In the next class, we'll start with Pandas library.